Well, welcome back, everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed the first session. Um, I think this is really fascinating, the opportunity to open with so much indigenous knowledge and teachings. And I know, this is a virtual conference, but I think it's important to think about land, even in this environment. I'm hosting right now from Treaty One territory, the original lands of the Anishinaabe, the Innu, the Asininu, the Dakota, the Dene people, national homeland of the Red River Métis. But beyond all that, this is also an area of great collaboration, trade, exchange of knowledge, seeds, practices, and ceremonies. And, with that in mind, I'd like to introduce our panel. We have three wonderful speakers today. Jason Cardinal, the Flying Dusk Market Garden Manager from Flying Dusk First Nation. Christina Gish-Hill, an Associate Professor from Iowa State University. And Jill Falcon Ramaker, Assistant Professor in Community Nutrition and Sustainable Food Systems. She's also the Director of Buffalo Nation's Food Systems Initiative over at Montana State University. Maybe just a quick reminder and information for the audience. We're going to do three presentations back to back to back. I'll introduce everybody before their talk, and at the end, if we can hold those questions or add them into the Q&A tab, I'll keep track of them, and we'll have a panel session at the end. That works. Welcome, Jason. Welcome, Jill. Welcome, Christina. Thank you for joining. Jason, if you don't mind, I'm going to do a quick intro for yourself. Jason Cardinal, manager of the Flying Dust Market Garden, is a dynamic professional with a multifaceted background in data science. He specializes in automation and digital agriculture. Jason has been a part of the Flying Dust administration team for the past 3 years and seamlessly blends his technical prowess with a robust foundation in business and mechanics, shaping him into a versatile leader. As a leader, he exemplifies technological innovation and traditional values, steering the market garden towards a prosperous and eco-friendly future. Welcome, Jason, and take it away.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And I'm very grateful to be here to present in front of all of you and share the Flying Dust Market Garden story. So I'm just going to share my screen here. Oh, 1 second. I forgot to click on the audio. Right. So I have a couple of video clips in my presentation, and sometimes when I'm presenting, it doesn't play them properly, but we'll see how it goes. Just let me know if there's any issues on your end.
Yeah, it looks good to us.
When we talk about the market garden, the market garden started in 2009. We started with 2 individuals, and it grew from there to about 25 people. But what it's been doing for the past 11 years is we're training some of our members that don't have, a large skill set, and giving them a green certification. It's a 2-year process through the University of Saskatchewan. More importantly, what it's done has been a stepping stone for a lot of people that otherwise probably wouldn't have been able to, gain really good employment anywhere because of the lack of sometimes education or the skills, right? It's been a great stepping stone for many of our people that have gone through there. Now a lot of them are working either, in full-time work with the First Nation or full-time work within the city or full-time work elsewhere. Again, we have off-take, like little sales agreements with Sobeys, Thomas Fresh, who provides to some of the Walmarts and some of the Costco's. We sell at the market, farmers market here in Meadow Lake. We sell to the co-op, but more importantly, we provide a lot of produce for our members.
My name is Bill Galaju. I'm one of the supervisors here. We got about 4 acres of vegetables here. We're kind of behind on the weeding now, so we're kind of trying to catch up with that. We had really basically maintained the food source for the band for the past how many years now. There's a lot of people that tell us that the market garden it's a good thing to have. So that's what we're really concentrating on, and the band is really supporting the garden, which we really appreciate so much.
For a long time now, we've been wanting to bring the buffalo back to our community. The buffalo is a sign in Native traditions, right? Of strength, of pride. And so we wanted to bring that back to the community. And we were blessed enough to have Elk Island National Park in Edmonton provide us with some buffalo. And we were able to develop an area here in the community where they could stay and be housed. And we just finished building about a $40,000 fence to house them in now. Buffalo don't take very much care because they're a very hardy animal, very strong animal, and that's the other thing I like about them in terms of our values. It was very.
So yeah, my name is Jason Cardinal, and I work for Flying Dust First Nation. I've been a part of the administration team for the past 3 years as a community navigator, and part of my role, I help make a community plan, working with community members on identifying things that are important to us as a community. And in that plan, we identify that agriculture is very important to us. That it helps us connect to the land, helps us learn things from our elders. Provides a lot of mentorship and educational values to a lot of the different community members, but also income opportunities. And so I come with a background with data science, and so I like to program and do a lot of computer things. And I went through a professional development course with automation and digital agriculture, and I learned a lot about agriculture through that program. And once I had completed my diploma, I was promoted to the Flying Dust Manager as a way of implementing our community plan and trying to bring some of the objectives that we had set place kind of to life. And so the Flying Dust Market Garden is nestled in the heart of Flying Dust First Nation, right near Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan. And it has been a symbol of sustainable agriculture and community development since its establishment in 2009. We operate a 170-acre farmstead, and our garden is dedicated to nurturing the land and fostering growth. Some of the highlights of the Flying Dust Market Garden is that we employ quite a few summer students, and we were really fortunate to receive funding from the Youth Employment and Skills Program, and we were able to employ 3 summer students through external funding, and provided them with a lot of great experience at the market garden. We were able to get them out beekeeping and learning about different bees. We also did quite a few presentations at some school divisions up north, and we kind of made a little bee curriculum. We showed how maybe students could present on different bees and their life and stuff like that. But yeah, so the Flying Dust Market Garden is a community-based market garden, and yeah, this is our field right here, as you can see. We have multiple fields, and each one kind of has its own purpose. This top field here is kind of where we grow the main vegetables. It's roughly about 22 acres, and we cultivate roughly about 4 acres at a time, and we just move our field around. These fields down here, we rotate with potatoes and other different cover crops. When the Flying Dust Market Garden first started, we actually started in this little corner over here. So it was roughly about 2 acres that we started with over here. Along this riverside, there's tons of berry bushes and a nice little walking path that community members can walk along and pick berries. Once you get to the end of the path, there's actually a lot of medicinal herbs like mints and stuff like that. On this backside down here, we have a lot of like pasture land. So we bring cattle in here as well as bison. And on the bottom half here, it's actually our lake. And another interesting fact is, we have a lot of eagle sanctuaries in the back here. And so when we're out farming or beekeeping, it's actually nice. You can hear them quite often. So yeah, when the market garden started, it started with only 2 acres, and we have been growing in size over the past few years. We cultivate roughly about 20 acres of potatoes and 6 acres of mixed veggies. And we had started a food forest as well, utilizing roughly about 1.5 acres at the moment. And our revenue has been increasing over the past few years. So for external funding, we've gone from 26,000 to over 800,000, and revenue produced from produce has grown from 2,000 to over 100,000. And at the moment, we're only utilizing roughly about 16% of our field potential. So growing demand is, buying fresh produce from a local source that is clean, and you kind of know the community members and stuff like that. And without the use of chemical fertilizers and um, pesticides. And so what makes us unique is our organic farming practices, producing high quality fresh produce. And we also offer an online platform where community members and customers can order their fresh vegetables online and for delivery or pickup. And so this is available to community members anytime. And it just comes in as a fulfilled order on our end. And we just go and deliver like a food hamper to the front door. And so we're dedicated to producing quality produce, maintaining sustainability and community enrichment, and, trying different ways to innovate our farming practices. We take pride in serving a diverse range of customers, including local residents, other First Nation communities, food banks, elders, schools, restaurants, farmers markets, and wholesalers. And we're actively engaged in the community, attending special events and educational programs, and opportunities of involvement and public engagement. So the market garden, our primary suppliers are, our own fields and beehives. However, we do have other partnerships like Edmonton Potato Growers, where we get our seeds from, and Home Hardware Building Supplies, where we get a lot of our fruit trees and other building materials from, and bee-made supplies, where we get a lot of our, medication and packaging supplies and other things for the beehives. Prairie Packaging helps us with our potato boxes and other packaging supplies. So our regular hours are from Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and we're closed on Sundays. But like we said, you can also order your produce online. At our garden, we use tractors, cultivators, seeders, harvesters, potato processing equipment. We have a really interesting storage facility that helps keep the climate in the building the proper environment for the potatoes so that they maintain their shelf life. We also have greenhouses that we've been utilizing with partnership with the school. We have summer students come out and students come out and learn about agriculture. We have honey extractors and poultry processing equipment as well. This is our leadership team. So there's me, the background in automation, digital agriculture, and Alma Bear. She's like our cookum for the market garden. She helps us with all the mentorship with the students and the youth. She also manages the storefront, and she teaches us a lot about traditional practices. She does a lot of, like meat processing with her own personal smoker and stuff like that. And she helps distribute the produce out to the elders. She has a nice little list, and she fills up, these hampers for the elders almost weekly, and she delivers them personally to each of them. Bill Gladue, he's our potato specialist, so he looks after all of our potato fields, all of the farming equipment, and a lot of the staff as well. He looks after the vegetable garden and makes sure everything runs smoothly there. With the addition of the beehives, we hired Lorenzo. Lorenzo is a wonderful addition. He has over 25 years of experience in agriculture. He has a Bachelor of Science in agriculture. He has 5 years of experience in commercial beekeeping. And he's just been extremely awesome. He's been teaching us a lot about bees, all the different tasks that are involved in maintaining, their health and up to date with their medications and inspections, and how to extract the honey and package it, and even help distribute it. So the Flying Dust Market Garden roughly employs about 96% of Indigenous members. mainly from our community, but as well as some local communities. Our age ratio is pretty diverse. So we do have quite a few members that are over the age of 50, and they provide a lot of the mentorship for our youth. And this year we employed about 32 staff, which was a huge milestone for us. This is the most that we've employed in 1 year. In our peak, we had roughly about 24 at any given time. You can kind of see through the different pay periods here. Pay period 3 is our seeding, pay period 10 is around harvest, and then we kind of just tapered off into the distribution of the business there. So we received a wonderful gift donation from Makeway, which helped cover 65% of the purchase of a new truck, and this will help us do a lot of the day-to-day chores around the farm, a lot of the inspections, a lot of the tasks that are involved with beekeeping, moving the boxes and the frames and the feed, as well as helping us water our plants in the community, in the greenhouse, and other places in the field. But most importantly, helping transport our staff safely out to the field and distributing our produce amongst our community. We also received financial support from Local Food Infrastructure Fund, from AAFC. And this helped us create the two new food systems, and that was the bees with the honey, and we also constructed a butcher shop. We're utilizing some of the funding there to help with the purchase of butchering equipment, and we were able to renovate and upgrade a lot of our facilities. So we rebuilt our chicken coop, we started utilizing our greenhouse, and we were able to purchase honey extraction equipment so we can properly package and distribute our our honey. And so this was a wonderful addition to the market garden. We were also able to create a food forest up in that top left corner that we showed earlier, and we planted over 250 fruit trees, a variety of different fruit trees, mainly apples, and lots of different berry bushes as well. So yeah, so we planted 150 fruit trees, apples, plums, hazelnuts, hascaps, and 245 berry bushes. With our summer students, we were able to do a lot of precision agriculture projects. And so we utilized a lot of different drone equipment that we have. So we were able to take them out to the different pasture fields, a lot of different agriculture fields, and do a lot of drone flights with them. So this is kind of an example of something that we did with them. We were able to check out the bison. We were able to do photogrammetry missions and map out different fields, and LiDAR as well. And yeah, under the leadership of Lorenzo, we were able to acquire 156 beehives, and train quite a few community members in beekeeping. Lorenzo's a wonderful addition, great teacher. He helped us with a crane rearing, and we were able to expand our hive count to 230 hives. And I think we produced over 550 gallons of honey this year. And so Alma, she looked after a lot of the summer students and the youth. So we had 3 summer students from the Youth and Skills program, but we also had 3 students from the TPEP program. And we were able to train them in different aspects of beekeeping, greenhouse operation, tree planting, commercial farming, equipment operation, storefront management, sales, drone operation, website building, and food preservation. So this was an interesting project. It was pretty cool to be able to, make an event at our commercial kitchen and take some of the staff out and, try to pickle our own produce. And this was a good learning experience for us. So we did a lot of different varieties of, um, I guess, jars of pickles and beets and peppers and carrots and lots of other different things. So with our greenhouse, we were able to fully utilize it this year, and we did a lot of the starting of our seedlings, but we were also able to utilize it for educational opportunities with the students. So we had grade 4 students come and plant some vegetables. They did sunflowers, carrots, beets, flowers for the teachers. Yeah, this was a really good project for us. Another cool thing is that they also did kind of like an educational segment on the life of an insect. So they did butterflies in the greenhouse here, and so it's kind of neat, kind of being part of it in a way, and watching, I guess, the stages of a butterfly. Yeah, so we were able to successfully transplant the seedlings from the greenhouse into the field. But we're also interested in adding hydroponics into the operation of the market garden. We had received a letter of support from a co-op, our local co-op, with their interest of purchasing leafy green and herbs from our market garden. And we're hoping to partner up with them in acquiring hydroponic units. It comes as a 3-prong unit with hydroponics, a kitchen, and a greenhouse, a 4-season greenhouse. But we were also able to fully fence our property and update our chicken coop, reinforce some of the flooring in the building. And we utilized a lot of the summer students for this task. So they were able to gain a lot of good construction skills with building the chicken coop, the walls, the floors, the fence. But they also did a lot of beehive box building. And so that was pretty cool. We also received a really nice donation from Rebecca in Birch Narrows. She donated us a chicken plucker for our chickens. So we planted over 20 acres of potatoes this year, and unfortunately, we weren't able to harvest all of it. Most of our operation is manual harvesting, and we had, I guess, overestimated the time frame on it would take us to harvest all of it, and so we fell short of our harvest potential at the moment. So we're looking at seeking ways of, I guess, purchasing a new harvester so that we could, support the future growth of our market garden. So yeah, upcoming priorities. So we're going to plan for the acquisition of 200 chickens into our new chicken coop, as well as the co-op food systems, planning out an area and preparing the land to build our food system. We're finalizing, I guess, our selection of which potatoes to grow and crops to plant in our field, and just working out the different planting schedules. We're planning on diversification of our produce, so looking at different places where we can purchase seed from to offer different varieties of potatoes and different varieties of produce. We're also working on our marketing and outreach, so engaging in lots of public speaking and our branding and other value-added products as well. So this is kind of one of them that we're working on right now. So trying to get our honey into the local grocery store and making an appealing product. We're also interested in exploring different sauces that we can possibly do, and even some different snacks from like potatoes. So we're starting the process of working with like the Saskatchewan Food Center and learning how we can incorporate some of our produce and do that product enhancement to get it out onto the store shelves. And the rest is just pictures from the market garden from the last season, just kind of showcasing the things that we've done.
Hey, Kosani, Jason, thank you so much. It looks like you guys are doing fantastic work over there, especially being a bee guy. That I really appreciate all this. If there are questions, I see some people have already started asking some questions. Do put them in the Q&A. We'll have a Q&A session after all three speakers have their chance to share.